Welcome to TechAiBuz podcast, and welcome to The Deep Dive. Today, we're plunging into a really common modern problem, one many of you probably face. How do you actually find those valuable nuggets of information?
Yeah.
The gold hidden inside these huge mountains of unstructured text.
Right. Things like legal documents, clinical notes, maybe even customer feedback. It's everywhere.
Exactly. It can feel like looking for a needle in a digital haystack. So our mission today is to unpack a really powerful new open source Python library. It's called LangExtract. And it seems like it could genuinely revolutionize this whole challenge.
That's the idea. Yeah. We'll be exploring how LangExtract helps developers not just pull out information, but do it with, well, incredible precision
Yeah.
and structure, and maybe most importantly, with full traceability back to the source.
Traceability.
It's really about turning that overwhelming data into insights you can actually act on and, crucially, verify.
Okay, let's unpack that a bit more then, because the challenge, it's huge, right? Manually sifting through text, forget it takes ages.
Oh, absolutely. Huge time sink.
And if you've tried, just throwing a large language model, an LLM, at the problem, well, it doesn't always work perfectly. You can get these hallucinations or just inconsistent results.
Yeah, unreliable outputs. It's like asking someone brilliant, but maybe a bit imaginative for precise facts. Doesn't always mesh.
Right.
And that's what's so interesting here. LangExtract seems to directly tackle these pain points. It gives you this lightweight but really robust interface to LLMs they mention using Gemini models, for instance. And it's specifically designed for processing these large volumes of text effectively.
So it's not just asking a question.
No, not really. It's more about guiding the LLM, telling it exactly what you need, how you need it, and building in that reliability, that accountability.
Okay, this sounds really interesting. You mentioned traceability, and they call it precise source grounding. What does that actually mean in practice?
It means every single piece of data LangExtract extracts, every single bit, is meticulously mapped right back to its exact spot in the original text.
Wow.
Think about it if you're a lawyer checking a clause, or a doctor confirming a detail from notes. LangExtract actually provides visual highlighting. You can see exactly where it came from. Verification becomes almost instantaneous.
That builds a lot of trust, I imagine.
Exactly. Immediate trust in the data. And that grounding, well, that's the foundation for the next big thing. Reliable, structured outputs.
Right, the structure. How does that work? Do you need loads of training data?
Actually, no. That's the neat part. You define the exact format you want, maybe a JSON object with specific fields, using LangExtract's own way of representing data. And then, instead of massive training, you just provide few-shot examples.
Few-shot, so just a handful.
Precisely. You show the model maybe just a couple of perfect examples of what you want. It's like showing a really smart apprentice how to do something a few times, not writing a huge manual. And this uses features like control generation in the models that support it and make sure the LLM sticks strictly to your rules, your structure, doesn't just go off on its own tangent. They showed this analyzing Romeo and Juliet, apparently extracting character interactions into a perfect schema consistently.
That's impressive. But what about really long documents? LLMs sometimes forget things from the beginning by the time they reach the end, right?
That's a known issue, yeah. Long context recall can be tricky, but LangExtract is optimized for that too. Long context information extraction. It uses smart ways to break the document into chunks, processes them in parallel, maybe even does multiple passes.
Ah, like reading a book chapter by chapter.
Kind of, yeah, to make sure no critical detail gets lost just because the document is huge.
Okay, practical question then.
Oh.
If you've got thousands of annotations across hundreds of documents, how do you even review that?
Good question. It offers interactive visualization. It can apparently turn the raw text and all the extracted bits into an interactive HTML file really quickly. Minutes, they say.
Interactive, so you can click around.
Yeah, imagine reviewing thousands of annotations, maybe highlighting key findings across reports, and then you just click on an extracted piece and bam, you jump right to the source sentence. It really streamlines review.
So bringing it all together, what does this mean for, people listening?
Well, it means it's incredibly flexible across domains. That's the key takeaway, I think. You can set up these extraction tasks for almost anything. Shakespeare, like we mentioned.
Or medicine, law, finance?
Exactly. Those highly specialized fields. And you can do it with just a few good examples. No need for complex, expensive fine-tuning. It sort of democratizes this high-level information extraction.
That's powerful. Can you give a concrete example?
Sure. They talk about RadExtract. It's a version tailored for radiology reports.
Wow.
Think about a typical radiologist report. It's mostly free text, right?
Very dense sometimes.
RadExtract takes that free text and automatically pulls out the key findings, measurements, lesion details, the clinical impression,
Right.
and puts it all into a structured, machine-readable format.
Which must be huge for clarity and like sharing data between systems in hospitals.
Absolutely. Big boost for data interoperability in clinical care. And what's really clever is it can even use the LLM's general world knowledge.
How so?
Well, say the report mentions a rare condition just briefly. LangExtract, using the LLM, might be able to infer and add standard medical codes or classifications relevant to that condition, so it enriches the data beyond just what's explicitly typed in the report itself.
Okay, so we've taken quite the deep dive there into LangExtract. It's this powerful NLP library for structuring and grounding information from text using LLMs like Gemini. Seems like a real game changer if you're dealing with lots of unstructured data.
It really does. It's about transforming that messy, overwhelming data into insights you can actually use and trust. Doesn't matter if it's medical reports, financial statements, or even, yeah, analyzing literature.
So, thinking about your own work, your own field, what stands out to you about how LangExtract could, maybe, revolutionize how you interact with unstructured information? Let us know what you think. And hey, if you found this deep dive valuable, we'd really appreciate it if you'd like and share this video. And please do share the TechAiBuz channel with your friends and colleagues. Thanks for tuning in.